Okay, so what have we got in the box? We have got the main speaker, the bit that actually floats. Pretty hefty looking unit, and it certainly feels premium. And then we've got the main subwoofer, the bass unit with all the gubbins in it. This will actually make the speaker levitate, so that's all pretty cool. And in the little black box we have the instructions and the USB charging cable and the power lead, of course. So let's have a look at some of the specs on this machine, and then we'll get to the review and see how it is. Right, onto the specifications. Right, the main thing about this is it levitates. Levitates about 1.5 inches from the base unit, so a really cool looking effect actually. I love it. I love the way it rises, the way it falls, and just looks fantastic. The dual passive radiators, that will get you a lot of bass and really give you a sort of full rich sound from this unit. Obviously we're going to find that out in the test a little bit later, but that's what the specs say. It give me a full rich sound, and that's helped as well by the subwoofer. The big bass unit that supplies the power that levitates the speaker. It also acts as a subwoofer, so you're not getting enough. If you're not getting enough bass from the little speaker, the subwoofer will certainly add some deep bass to that. One of the most impressive features I like is the self-charging. It will float for around 10 hours. It has a 10-hour battery life, lithium-ion battery. And then if it's running out of power, it lowers itself down to the base unit, charges itself wirelessly, and up it comes again. So pretty smart really. And the speaker is actually waterproof. Obviously not the base unit, because that's plugged into the mains. You don't want to be chucking that in water. But the little unit you can just grab, take with you wherever you go, because it can function on its own obviously, and not have to worry about the rain, wind and whatever. It's IPX7 waterproof, which is absolutely fantastic. Very interesting feature on this one as well is the dual play feature. So you can actually pair 2 phones to this at the same time, so you won't have to unpair and then let someone else pair their phone with the unit just for them to get to play their music. You can have 2 people pairing at the same time and take your turns to play the music. And also works the other way around as well. You can actually pair 2 of these speakers with a phone, so essentially getting nice stereo sound out of it, or in a different room for example. Right, let's have a look at the ports. The ports are the back of the unit. Now it has a audio in, so if you've got a CD player or a MP3 player that just has a 3.5mm jack, no Bluetooth or anything like that, you just plug it into the speaker and away you go. Obviously you can have a wire hanging out of it while it's floating in the air, so probably not advisable to use it when it's levitating, because that could cause all sorts of problems. It has a USB charging socket on the little speaker, so you can charge it on the go if you want to. And on the main unit, the big old bass unit there's a little button that illuminates, and you can select whether you're levitating the speaker or bringing it back down to the base. So there we have it. Let's get back to the review. Right, so here we have it, the LG PJ9 levitating speaker. Pretty cool. Let's have a look. Okay, there we go, the contents. Now if we get the main unit out, this is the subwoofer. Pretty heavy. Pop that down there. The levitating part of the speaker, with what looks like to be touch sensitive buttons on there, and wireless charging at the bottom. And box of bits. Put this to one side. side. And let's have a look at the unit itself. Okay, so like I say, really weighty unit. On the bottom there, you've got a speaker subwoofer and this turbine design down the bottom, which really sort of stretches out the bass, so really filling a room. And on top here, you can see that, that's where it levitates from. And what it will do, once it's run at a charge, which is about 10 hours, it drops down, charges itself wirelessly, and up it comes again. On the back of the main unit there, you've got volume maximum and reset button there. You have a USB out, which is for charging the speaker or any other device really, and then your AC in. On the top of it, you've got a little button here, which you can press to raise or to lower the speaker. Okay, main unit. So, little speaker, IPX7 rating on this, so waterproof. So you've got no worries about taking that to the beach or around your swimming pool if you have one. I don't. It really is a decent piece of kit. Power on off there, Bluetooth pairing, volume up and down, play pause, and then another button. I'm not really sure what that does, but I will find out. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to plug it in and check out the levitation and the sound. So give me a minute and I'll set all that up. Okay, all set. Plugged it in, it's all ready to go. Lights on at the top on the levitation disc I'm going to go for. Obviously it's done by electromagnets, but levitation disc sounds cooler. Got a little button here for the levitation, so let's pop the speaker on. Now you have to be very careful with this because I tried it earlier and you have to get it dead centre, else it will run away from you and slide off there and there and there. But it's fairly simple once you get the hang of it. Just keep a steady hand on it. Right, so we're on. So let's push the levitation button and see what we got. Pretty cool. As you can see, it's levitating around an inch and a half from the bottom. A little bit of wobble. See if we can get it a spin. Oh yes, look at that. Whoa. Shouldn't have done that. Give me a front of that. Now it's saying on the side of this to keep other electronic devices or magnetic cards away from this speaker. It could be damaged due to strong magnification. Yeah, that's true. Don't put anything electronic near it. I know it is electronic. Or your credit cards, debit cards, it could probably wipe them so they can never be used again for some reason. Obviously the electromagnetics, it's got the caution warnings all over the top there. Okay, so there we go. It's floating. Let's turn it on. Okay, it's floating now. Well, it's not floating, but it's on. Grab the phone. Yeah, pretty beefy sound actually. The sub really kicks out some decent bass. The all-round surround from the speaker here, the all-round sound should I say, is pretty clear, pretty crisp and clear. Obviously it's nothing with vocals on it, but I did give it a good test earlier and vocals are crisp, really crisp. And as soon as you bash that button on there, volume max, fills the room completely. So there we have it. If you have any questions or queries on the LJ PJ9 levitating speaker, let's levitate it once more. There we go. That's this sort of spooky UFO sound as it's levitating. Then the light starts to flash. Cool. Thanks for watching. Had to just do it one more time. Thanks.